Okay, so this looks like a cool, interesting mod. What's this big black thing we got going on here?
So this is the auxiliary fuel pod.
Now, I think I see a PA-18 frame in there. Is that what that is?
That is exactly what it is.
We'll actually, at this point in time, disassemble it. So we'll start taking off the ailerons, taking off the empennage, and get ready for the customer to come.
The delivery center, the last step in the process for a proud new CubCrafters aircraft owner.
Fly high, touch the sky. Flying forever, reaching for the
Now this building behind me is very special because this is where it all started. There's a lot of history here that we're going to get into with you. In addition, we're going to connect with Johnny McKinney, who's in charge of CubCrafter Services, and show us some of the very special things they do in this building. Now, this is not part of the normal production process, but there's some really cool things that happen here that I can't wait to share with you. Let's get going. Johnny, thanks for the time today.
Absolutely.
You know, I've been so excited to see this building. Even though CCS is not part of the normal manufacturing line, this is kind of the little secret sauce, skunk works little building that I've been excited to see. And it's kind of off the beaten path a little bit from manufacturing, but thank you for finding us an off day that's nice and quiet where we get to really dig into everything you do here. Now, CCS stands for what?
CubCrafter Services. So we take care of all the services, scheduled and unscheduled services.
Okay, and a lot of unique different things that you guys do here that doesn't get done in the rest of the factory, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, this is kind of the dream shop.
Great, let's walk around and start to talk about some of the things you guys do in here.
Excellent. So in this facility, a lot of the aircraft will come from the certification production line and come directly over to here. Just like this aircraft right here, we're doing a post-certification modification. We are actually putting in a fighter jet style stick in this UL plane, which is a new upgrade.
Okay, so kind of like the stick that you would get in the X-Cub or an FX3.
Exactly, yep, with the autopilot disconnect and all the other buttons on there.
So why would that be something special? I mean, because number one, we got a road tax, so the UL typically doesn't come with that stick, right? But
correct.
It actually takes a lot to make that change because it's more than just changing the plastic on the top.
There's quite a bit of work that goes into it. The torque tube has to be pulled out, changed the underneath. So there's a lot of work going into this new modification.
Something else I noticed on this that I didn't see throughout all the manufacturing, this looks like titanium gear.
We do a lot of backcountry modifications, including the titanium gear, the shocks, and the larger wheels and tires.
Anything else being done to this aircraft?
That's all we're doing on this aircraft.
All right, great. I see a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff to see.
Okay, so this looks like a cool, interesting mod. What's this big black thing we got going on here?
So this is the auxiliary fuel pod, and we do a couple different modifications of that. We do one which is a 25-gallon fuel pod, and then we have another one which is just a cargo pod, and then we have one that has partial of both. So you can have fuel pod and cargo pod.
Okay, great. And I know there's more to it than just a pod and a hose. I mean, you've got to put pumps in, electrical.
Oh yeah, we run in all the boost pumps for this to boost it up to your fuel tank, your left-hand fuel tank. You can fuel it up. It's got nice, easy access for fueling. When you're running low on this tank, you can just boost it right up into this tank and keep this running.
Okay, so I was going to ask you that question. So we got 25 gallons here. When you take off, you're flying, all your tanks are full. We're going to run down the left tank first, not the right tank, because the transfer is only going to the left tank.
That's right.
So run down the left tank, hit my transfer pump, the light comes on, I see it's running, transfer the fuel up to that. Then I've got this one empty, my two tanks are full. I continue on just as if I didn't have this tank at that point.
That's exactly right. So when you're in the backcountry, you don't have to go back and get fuel.
I don't need fuel bags anymore.
No fuel bags.
Okay, great. I see some other really cool stuff. Let's head over here.
Yeah.
It looks like on this plane, it's not something that's come off the line or kind of like after production mods and stuff, but it looks like a customer's plane that's come back.
So yeah, this customer needs some repairs on this plane. So we're doing an overhaul on this plane, getting everything straightened out and built up so it'd be like a brand new airplane.
If I'm a CubCrafters owner and maybe I ground loop my crane, or I went into a ditch up in the bush company and rubbed the wings or something like that. Is that the kind of stuff that happens here?
Small incidents, large incidents, we take care of it all, straighten it all up, leaves here looking like a brand new plane.
I know when I've looked at aircraft carbon cubs, I've seen some that would have that history in it where, you know, maybe might have hit some brush or something with the wing and it came back here. You know, let's talk a little bit about damage history in the world of aircraft. Now, if I'm buying a Citation or a King Air or something, damage history in a logbook can be a big problem and really bring the value of the aircraft down. I noticed if there's damage history in the logbook, but the damage history was taken care of here at the CubCrafters factory, it's almost like the value went up. Why does that happen?
Well, the CubCrafter name, you know, we have quality, innovation, we have a lot of great services, and when they bring it in here to have it done, they know that the manufacturer has done it just like a brand new aircraft coming off the line. So when we get the logbook signed by CubCrafters, it does hold that value, that repair, it is in there, but it's in there from CubCrafters. Insurance companies like to see it, owners like to see it, new buyers like to see that in the logbooks. If there ever was, if it was taken care of by the manufacturer, if it's got CubCrafters logbook entry in there, the value maintains.
It's almost like getting a brand new plane, but not at a brand new place.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. All right, I see some really cool things looking like my old plane over here. Let's go.
All right. So here's another project that we do here is installing floats on our aircraft. We do the P-18s, our FX3, CC11s, CC19s. We run Whip Air 2100As, as well as we have installed PKs, Claymores, different types of aircraft. That's really kind of a neat thing that we do here, straight floats, Amphib floats. Take the gear off, we'll put the floats on it, we'll rig everything up, we'll test fly it, we'll run it, and then you can take the gear, take that right back with you. We'll ship the gear back to your house, to your hangar, wherever it's at, and you can swap back and forth, or you can bring it back here and we can do that for you.
Okay, great. So it seems like this facility is like the jack of all trades and the master of everything. It's like you've got R&D going on, you've got innovative initiatives going on. It's kind of like the little secret hidden facility.
All the really cool upgrades that happen are all right here in this building here. We also do a lot of R&D work here for product development. We can't do that on the production line, so it comes over here. We do props, engines, airframes, landing gear, wheels, tires, brakes, shock, suspension, tail wheel, all different types of modification, including avionics.
Now I have to ask you, I see kind of like a building within a building. Why would that small, older building be in this big facility?
Well, as you probably heard from our CEO, President Pat, that this right here is where it all began. And this small hangar behind that wall right there is where Jim Richmond moved from his garage into a hangar to where he started building these P-18s right here where we're standing.
So that's where it starts, right there.
Right there. This portion of the building that we're standing in now was added on to the original hangar when the production manufacturing facility was built.
Now, I think I see a PA-18 frame in there. Is that what that is?
That is exactly what it is.
Tell me what this is about.
So this particular aircraft had a lot of corrosion. It was flown over by the sea quite a bit, and we're starting on this overhaul from the airframe all the way up. So this will be a brand new P-18 built by CubCrafters with the craftsmanship, and leave out of here is a brand new airplane.
So it's like I can have a brand new PA-18 with the craftsmanship level like a brand new CubCrafters.
Absolutely, and all the mods that you'd like to have.
Okay, cool. What is this picture?
This picture right here is actually a picture of the original hangar front doors that Jim Richmond.
So that's this building?
That's this wall that we're looking at right in front of us here. The siding was put right on, and this is actually right behind that siding. It's still there.
Okay. This is Jim.
This is Jim Richmond right here and his original CubCrafter team.
That's pretty cool. Great. I got to go see this frame. Let's go over
Let's go look at it.
You know, I know you guys have done these forever, and this is a kind of a little secret that a lot of people didn't know about, but boy, now people are starting to find out that, you know, this is a big deal. This is something, a dedicated facility that you guys have just for doing these aircraft.
Absolutely. They'll come in, we have dedicated mechanics that are working on this team. that come over and rebuild the overhaul the P-18s from the cabling, pedals, from the fuselage all the way up.
So it's basically going to be a brand new plane.
It will be a brand new plane. It'll be assembled here with the fuselage, and then it'll roll out into our assembly line and here at CCS, and the wings will be installed right here and will go out for test flights.
Okay. And I can see you've got the best of the best craftsmen that are in this facility doing these.
Absolutely. CCS has the top of the line mechanics and craftsmen that go into these aircraft.
Okay. So if I want to get in here, I need to put my schedule in now, right?
Absolutely.
So I noticed that there's only one facility, one building, one team that's working on these PA-18s. Why is that?
So in this dedicated hangar, we have our P-18 buildup. We have a dedicated team that maintains the CubCrafter craftsmanship throughout the whole build. We do a lot of different things. Your gross weight increase for these P-18s, different mods, and it takes about 6 to 8 months to get through, depending on what type of modifications that you're going to have on your aircraft.
So there must be a backlog of people trying to get in this facility, like my Bugatti or my McLaren.
There is a backlog growing. We're working through it, and we try to keep it as short as possible.
Can we go look at some more of the craftsmen working on this?
Absolutely. We got some other little areas I'd love to show you.
Okay. So this looks like all wings, ailerons, flaps.
This is our cover department. We do wings, flaps, fuselage, everything that gets covered, we can cover it right here. This particular wing is a P-18 or Super Cub wing, and this is a stitched wing, so our rib stitching.
Now I noticed this is hand stitched.
That is correct.
Versus on the factory, it's machine stitched.
So this wing right here is a P-18 wing. Takes some real craftsmanship because you have to rib stitch each one of these, and that is kind of a lost craft that we actually do here very well.
Because the newer aircraft are riveted, correct?
That is correct. The ribs are riveted on the more modern aircraft.
Okay. And I see, because this is kind of orange, this is a poly fabric, poly brush, poly spray.
Yep.
Also, can I get Ortex on this?
Not at this time.
Okay.
But this wing, once it's getting ready to go right into our paint department.
Okay. Okay, so what I noticed in this room is you can do everything to a wing, unlike production, where it's step by step. Looks like you can bring something in here and from soup to nuts take care of it.
Absolutely. From beginning to end, right here, we do wings, flaps, ailerons, fuselage, anything that gets covered gets done right here in this room.
Okay. Where do they get painted?
So this wing right here is getting ready to go to our paint booth, where it'll get its silver, the UV covering, and then it'll go in for its final paint. Let me show you where it's at.
Great. So this is definitely different than the main production line paint department and paint area. So the product comes in here. What are we in right now?
So this is a CCS paint prep area. This is where we prep everything to be painted. Everything gets sanded down and worked in here, and then it will go into our paint booth and come out.
So you're taping it all up, you're getting your pinstriping tape on there. I mean, what are the other things that they would do in this area? Because the paint booth is behind you, correct?
Yep, so we get the parts in, everything gets sanded down if it needs it, and then masked off. Of course, we put the striping on for our colors, and then it goes right into our paint booth, and we start the paint process. This is the original paint booth that Jim Richmond used when he first moved into this hangar, all the way through until he went and built the new manufacturing facility.
Okay, nice and bright. So what were the changes that were made in here?
So we've redid all the walls, covering new lighting, new glass on all the lightings, LED high output lightings, new filtration system here. We have a draft system that picks it up over here, and all new equipment up on top running the ventilation system.
It's great to see this history of where this all kind of began.
Yep, and these just got done coming out of the paint booth. They're getting ready to pull this out, and we'll be able to roll in the next wing or fuselage and get it painted.
We've been able to watch the journey of this incredibly capable aircraft being built, and it all comes down to this building right here. And we're lucky enough to have Jason Bassworth here, who is the manager of the Completion Center. So Jason, this is the exciting point. So as a new owner of an aircraft, what happens in this building?
So mostly what happens in this building is our Builder Assist program. We do other programs too. We do a lot of flight testing, and we do some rebuilds and modifications here. But the majority of it is the Builder Assist program, which is this airplane right here. So the airplane will come over here. We'll actually, at this point in time, disassemble it. So we'll start taking off the ailerons, taking off the empennage, and get ready for the customer to come. The customer comes, he finishes putting it together, he installs ailerons, he installs all that stuff, the empennage and landing gear. And then once that's all done, it'll get inspected. After the inspection goes through, then we go through an inspection ourselves. We look it all over, button it up, get the cowling put on, get ready for a flight test. Then we go through our flight test program, and then we go through our PDI program, which is a pre-delivery inspection flight. After that, we go through cosmetics, and we get the airplane looking as nice as it can for the customer.
Something that people might not know is they'd probably be sitting at home right now saying, the plane's built, why are you taking it apart? You guys have a process that's really cool, and it creates an unbelievable experience for an aircraft owner to be able to half build the plane yourself, be able to see the inner workings hands-on as an owner. To me, being able to have gone through that process, it's incredible, and it gives me a whole new appreciation for how the build happens, but also it gives me a comfort level. I know what's inside that airplane. So it's partly part of the FAA process that we have to take it apart to build it back up again. Can you kind of explain that?
Customer has to put in so many actually points or percentage and build the airplane. So with the Builder Assist program, they're able to come here first couple of weeks over at the machine shops, and they machine some of their parts for it. The last day they come here and they assemble the airplanes. Each thing they touch and put on the airplane is considered a point towards completing the airplane. So it's a little bit different than if you bought a kit and build it yourself. This one that's why it's called a Builder Assist. We assist them building it, but they're able to build it and still meet those requirements. We have a checklist when it goes through before flight. Each flight we have a release form, and then this checklist right here is actually before it leaves the building itself. So it's called our multi-point or 32-point inspection. It's like how you would on a vehicle. But we go through, we look at the airplane over one more time, and this thing's already flown multiple times. It's had multiple inspections, but we have the QA manager, a team from engineering, sales, a pilot, and myself look over the plane one last time before we say, hey, it's okay for the customer to have.
So once it goes outside these doors, what happens then? Is there flight testing, or what else happens?
Once it goes outside of this door, it does flight testing. So we'll have the PFT flight, which is a production flight test. We'll have fly-off hours for oil changes and engine break-in. We have our PDI flight, which is a pre-delivery inspection flight. After this sheet, it delivers to the customer.
So what else do you do in this building?
So besides the Builder Assist program, we also do post-cert modifications here. So after the airplane is certified, there's some things you can't do before certification, some modifications. So my team here, we have licensed mechanics here, we'll do modifications to the airplane. Anything simple as landing gear to full panel change-up. All right, so here's an example of one of our post-cert modifications. I know you already talked to Johnny over at CCS. They do a lot of modifications over there and post-cert work, but these are some of the things that we do over here at Completion Center. So this airplane is a certified X-Cub. So when it comes off the production line, it has to meet drawings, it has to meet the STC. After it's certified, there's some modifications we can do to it. Some of them are minor, and we just, me and myself as an A&P, I can send them off, or some of them are more major that we need FAA approval. That's why you see a lot of these panels out right now. We're waiting for the FAA approve on things. That either is a 337 or a field approval. Some of the things that we have in this airplane is a heater vent that goes to the back. And then you also have your squirrel fans up here to help defrost your window in a cold day.
So clearly this aircraft is going to a colder climate.
Yes, this aircraft is going to a colder climate. And we do a lot of modifications for different people besides just private people.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because, you know, at CubCrafters, you guys have to always be on the leading edge. You got to be innovative, because it's more than just a consumer coming to buy a backcountry plane. You've got military, law enforcement, special use, fish and wildlife, all kinds of different industries that are coming to you guys to create and build the aircraft they need for their mission. So you always have to be on that edge, right?
Yes, we do. And we always want to accommodate people the best way we can. That's why we do a lot of this stuff post-cert. So we still have to meet FAA requirements for the drawings. Then after that, we got to do some different modifications to them.
Okay, so we're heading over to the delivery center. It's the last step in the process for a brand new CubCrafters owner. We're going to reconnect with Johnny, and he's going to walk us through the experience of what that's going to be like. Hey Johnny, good to see you again. So
Absolutely.
this is the building that I think new owners have been dreaming about.
Absolutely. This is the end of the line. From the time they put their order in for the new aircraft, this is where they pick it up. They come in here, it's all nice, shiny, new, ready for them to go. We can go on up to the pilot lounge, we can talk more about it.
So Johnny, the delivery center, the last step in the process for a proud new CubCrafters aircraft owner. I'll bet you there's been a lot of tears in this building signing that
A lot
paperwork.
of happy tears, getting their aircraft. Yep, absolutely.
So walk me through the experience of this building and what happens here in this step before they take their plane.
So this is where the customer really sees their airplane complete and ready to go. They may have come and worked on the airplane in the builder assist, done some parts, and then maybe come back and installed some parts while the aircraft is still under manufacturing. But this is the first time they come and see their airplane all waxed up, detailed, and ready to deliver. And let me tell you, there's some very emotional customers that come walking through the door.
I can imagine. And it's kind of like a little mini FBO. I see down here we have a table and desk area for doing some paperwork. There's kitchen area. It looks like there's a little hotel room or something underneath.
So we have this set up for pilots that are coming in. They usually come in commercial or get dropped off. They may come in the evening time. We have a place, some microwave, a little place for them, a refrigerator, a bunk room that they may want to sleep in, get up first thing in the morning, open the doors up and roll their plane out and fly away.
Okay, that's a very proud day, I'm sure, for everybody. So I have to, Johnny, thank you and the team, everybody here at CubCrafters. This was a great journey for us. It was just an honor to be able to see the process and everything you guys do here, and I really appreciate all the time, attention, and craftsmanship that goes into these aircraft.
Absolutely, we appreciate you guys coming. We really enjoyed you guys being here at our facility.
Great, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on this CubCrafters factory tour, where every rivet tells a story of grit, precision, and aviation soul. From the first sketch to the final flight, they don't just build aircraft that fly, they build aircraft that inspire and help you create lasting memories. Whether you're dreaming of backcountry aviation or just love to fly, check out CubCrafters.com because I'm sure they'll save you a seat. CubCrafters might be in the aviation industry, but they're in the people business, built by pilots for pilots. Thank you for joining us in this episode, and we hope to see you in the sky.